Hey guys, so the Monday night video for third, fifth through eighth period is this right here. First period, we did this one in class, so I'll have a different video for you guys to watch with what the other guys did in class. I ended up switching it. So if you missed first period, like you were absent, then yeah, absolutely watch this and go watch the other one. Otherwise, change videos, go watch the other one. Cool? Okay, so in class we talked about finding slope, picking it out. Now I want to talk about interpreting it, okay? So I've got this word bank for you, and we're going to work through this word problem so that you can see the different parts of the graph as well as how to read and understand what I showed you in class. Okay, so this problem says Sarah has $5 worth of quarters and or dollar bills. Complete the table and the graph, and we have to use the labels just like they are, and we have to add a title to show all the possible ways to have a total of $5 using only quarters and or dollar bills. Okay, so number of quarters. Well, she could have, what could she have? She could have 0 quarters. And that would mean she has 5 $1 bills because she has to have a total of $5. She could have 4 quarters and $4 bills. She could have 8 quarters, $3 bills. Okay, you see how this is working? Because her quarters have to go in sets of 4 each time, because that's what makes up a dollar. You knew that. Okay, so let's see. Let's graph this now. Where do I put what? Let's see. Oh, let's see. This one goes to 20. So I'm guessing quarters goes down here. And I'm going to put bills over here. Okay, so now I can graph. All right, 0, 5. Now what's so special about this 0.05? This right here is this fancy word right here, y-intercept. And just like the favorite sport in the world, football, interceptions happen, okay? And that's when you cross the line, you steal the ball, and you go and you take it, and you make points all on your own, and you're a hero. Well, in math, you have an intercept when you cross an axis line. So this graph is crossing the axis line where y equals 5. So that is our y-intercept, okay? So let's graph 4, 4, 8, 3, 12, 2, 16, 1, and 20, 0. Okay, well here's another axis line. Here's another point crossing it. So this one here, this time we're on our x-axis. This is our x-intercept. Pencil won't write. Sept. That's our x-intercept because it's crossing the x-axis. Okay, these points can become very, very important in your graphs. We'll use them later on like crazy. So get to know them, get to love them. And it's not these specific points that are important. They're only important to this graph. But knowing that the intercepts are where your line crosses the axis, that is important. All right, so we've graphed, we've done this. Oh, we need a title. Okay, so let's see. We could just call this bills versus quarters. Okay, so we've got x and y. Oh, is this increasing or decreasing? Yeah, that's right. Thank you for saying that out loud. Making your parents turn and look at you, wondering what's going on. Decreasing. Okay. So if it's decreasing, is it also going to be increasing? No. So we're going to end up not using the word increasing. Okay. Now, is this going to be discrete or continuous? Oh, sorry. So think about it. Can I draw a line through these? Well, yeah, sure. Physically, I can take my pencil or pen and draw a line. But if I do that, that means that I have a partial dollar bill being used. Well, I'm not going to cut up my dollar bill and have it actually mean something. So no, this, I did this last time too, this graph is discrete. You can't actually draw a line through these. It won't make sense. Okay? So let's move on. We've labeled it as best we can with as much information as we can. So we took care of that. Now if a line is drawn to model this set of data, ta-da, we did, determine the value of each of these things. What is my x-intercept? Oh, well, we identified it right here. That point was at 20, 0. Okay, and what's happening here? Well, we have 20 quarters and $0 bills. 20 quarters, 0 bills. Now my y-intercept, what's happening here? Well, that's where my x is at 0. My y was at 5. Here, I had 0 quarters. And 5 bills. Okay. Now here's the part you don't really know yet, but I bet we can figure it out based on what we talked about with slope. Okay? If you think back to using an equation, we're going to write an equation. So it starts out like this. mx plus b. b was what? b equals the y-intercept. Oh, well, what was that? My y-intercept was 5. Okay, so I can go plus 5. X is x, y is y. What was my slope? Well, let's look. Let's find out. I gave you 4 different ways to find slope. So let's look at checking our graph. Okay, so if I go from here to here, I'm going to go down 2. And I'm going to go over this many. What is that, 8? So I went down 2. Notice how I made it down 2 and over 8. Now if I simplify this, I get negative 1/4. I have negative 1/4 x plus 5, and that is my equation. Okay? So perfect. I made it in less than 8 minutes. You have information about interpreting slope and intercepts. We'll be doing lots more of this because these are highly useful, highly important. I even use it in grad school. So can't wait to see you tomorrow.